Welcome to TLC for the Soul podcast, where soul meets spirit. You have entered into sacred space. I'm your host, TAMI Chambers, and I'm here to help you shine. Now let's get going on this podcast journey. Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome to this 11/11 transmission show. Whether you are watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast, I welcome you in as we have a I don't know what we have actually. I'm gonna do some different things here first. I'm gonna crack this window a little bit. I hope the air's not too cold. The way I want to do this today is, I do want to use cards today. I've been talking about cards. And we're going to do it in a different way though. So there's going to be 3 transmissions. We will timestamp them, and it's kind of going to be a pick a card, but not really. So stick with me here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, this is transmission number 1. I don't really know what it's about, but I'm going to lay out a bunch of cards. And then I'm going to lay them out on the table here. So we're going to shuffle and put them out. And then I'm going to ask Spirit to only guide us to the ones that are meant for the transmission. Kind of like, that game you used to play when you were little where you would lay out a bunch of cards or something and then you would try to match up find 2 that matched or whatever. Kind of like that in a way. But we're going to kind of let Spirit lead us down the breadcrumb trail of finding the messages amongst all the different cards that are laid out. And I just saw 144 on the timer. And when I just set up the camera, I turned around when I came back. On my side of the screen was a ladybug crawling. So it was very funny. So before I go any further, settle in. As I wrap us all in love light and light love, inviting in the guides who overlight TLC for the soul, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, and a host of other guides and spirit friends and family who join me on these little adventures that we have together. So we are set up on the kind of the table I like to use for love readings, I guess, is what it's for. Anyway, so let's start. So set your intentions, call in your own guides, because I always like to say, listen with your master senses, watch with your master eyes and vision, and call in the messages that are most meant for your highest and greatest good. Maybe you feel like every transmission of the 3 is not for you. And maybe you feel like all of them are for you. I can say it's not just going to be cards. There's going to be channeled messages. There's going to be light language. There's going to be other stuff involved here as I let the guides kind of walk me through what they want me to do for each one of these things as it pertains to this 11/11 portal, the time that we're in right now. I'm liking how the light is shining off this crystal. As it pertains to the time we're in right now. And let's just see what fun we can have. I got some new decks we haven't seen yet, we haven't had time to play with yet, and maybe I should just kind of flip through the deck of the month for me. I'm not a deck flip through channel, but I do find deck flip throughs relaxing just to watch them. However, they can be a little, bit maybe I need to run out and buy that deck, and it's in my balance of trying to stay, minimalistic and not have a jillion decks that just sit there and never get worked with. I don't know. Okay, so they're guiding me to put on, I got a butterfly ring, and they had me go put on the unicorn ring. So we've got the unicorns here, we've got the butterflies of transformation. I'm going to pull out the first deck The sun is right in my eye off this way, off this window that's over to my right as the sun's filming this in late afternoon. But this is the Modern Love Tarot. It's beautiful gold gilded edges. Let's just get a few cards from here. And let's just start. You know, maybe I should just, hold on, let me stop this so I can mark it. Okay, here we are. We're doing transition number 1 now, officially getting some cards out, and they want me to just do what I feel guided to do here. I don't think there's any right or wrong thing. We're going to get the Oracle of the Fairies by Brian Froud. What is that? I don't even know what this is. We're going to put that there. We're going to get this Tarot of the Psychic Heart by John Holland. Man, this has got to be some solar transmission. Look, what is this 1111 all about? What is this 3 transmissions? What's the purpose of them? Okay, grab off the bottom, they said, and there's 2 kind of stuck together. We're going to get this. I'm trying to pull in a bunch of different decks we haven't played with. This is the magical, what is that? Yeah, Magical Dogs Tarot. Like this. I walk around when I'm recording, so my screen may be jumping a little bit off the tripod. Oh my God, they're giving me a bunch out of this deck. Something going on with dogs. Are all these on camera? It's okay if we have to double them up. It's going to be like this hide and seek kind of a thing. Yeah, oh, those look really nice. I may just angle down a little bit more. Okay, there's one more deck they want me to use. They have me reaching for the Lunar Eclipse Tarot. It's beautiful rose gold gilded edges. So there's a lot of pink. So if you're listening on the podcast and you want to see this, see the cards, you know, I do my best to describe them, but you can head on over to YouTube and join us on YouTube if you'd like. Okay, so these 3. What is going on for 11? Is that enough? Okay, they're saying that's it for right now. So, what is this first transmission about? So what card do you want me to flip over? So they want me to flip over this card, which is the 3 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, sunlight. To get a solar fire and solar rays. It's like somebody talking in front of a group of people, but he's pointing to like this rock. Karen, here I go again with Karen and Karn. It's 3 rocks balanced on top of each other. They're very balanced. This card for me is always like my co-creation with spirit card. I don't know what point this person is trying to get across to these 2 other people. Kind of like, oh, maybe if we build this rock tower, they will come. They'll love it. People will love it if we build this. I don't know what this has to do with 1111. Okay, the next one we're going to flip over, is trust. So I just said 333 was just on the timer. And I just said, I don't know what this has to do with 1111. And the Fool card came out with trust from the John Holland deck. Let's get this one from the dogs. Okay, this is the Ace of Cups from the Magical Dog Tarot. And now there's a fly. Oh my gosh. It's almost like I can see its entire face. It's like so close. All right, so we have to form a story yet, but we're not quite there. We're going to turn over a few more cards. There's like a story brewing. They've got my hand on this one. In the reverse, we've got Blossom, which it's not the World card. I think it's this. Is that the Sun card? Oh, I may have to get the book. going on right here. And then from this deck, the lunar eclipse is the 10 of Wands, but it's a bunch of matchsticks. So there's 10 matchsticks. Some have already been burned down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have burned. 6 and 7 are burning, and 8, 9, and 10 have yet to be lit. That's interesting. And then we're going to flip over this one from the dogs. This is the Tower card with a bunch of dogs like climbing up this rock, monolith, little looking rock, but it all got struck by lightning and they're all like falling down off of it. And then it looks like we've got a fairy guide in the center. Hopefully it's one I don't have to cover up body parts. On YouTube. Oh, the Journeyman. This is also like the Fool card in this deck. So we've got the Fool card twice. Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Trust, 10 of Wands. What is going on here? Who is this for? What is this transmission all about? That's card number 15. So it's a new beginning. This 1111, for those of you watching, is a new beginning for you. And they're wanting me to get obviously the Fairies Oracle book is amazing. So let's read, because even though it's like the Fool card, well, the Journeyman is more like an archetype. Well, the Fool's an archetype, but it's not, it's card 15. So it's like you're a seasoned journeyman because you aren't starting out at 0. And this was at the center of your reading. So the journeyman is adventure, independence, polishing of skills. See, we said that, and travel. All of the great ones, saints, bodhisattvas, and all of those who are filled by spiritual light have been on this journey. They went into the wilderness, stepping like fools off the safe paths into the waiting hands of their gods and goddesses. This is the journey of a life, a pilgrimage that begins in ignorant trust. Yeah, that's for sure. Passes through all the doubts, fears, ups and downs, probably all the delusions, and certainly all the confusions. Through it, we learn slowly, painfully, a new kind of trust. So we have the trust card. A trust in the process, detached from the goal. Oh, I would say that that's probably one of the hardest parts. That. Our young Oengus journeyman is stepping out on the journey of life, glowing with enthusiasm. Even his toes sparkle. Bright, handsome, and educated, he has completed his apprenticeship in fairy crafts and magics, but he has not yet achieved true mastery of his trade. To accomplish this, he must leave the protection of his master and step out onto his path as an independent journeyman craftsman. He is testing himself and his knowledge in the world. The reading is, this card speaks to the need to perfect skills in working and living, but it acknowledges having a sound grounding in the basics, optimistic, innocent, and willing to learn. Oengus also shows us that intuition serves us well, but only if we pay attention to it. Sometimes we're operating from theory alone, and our knowledge may or may not be well grounded in reality. Consider where you are going. What are your long-term goals? What are you doing that is helping you to move towards them? So this talks about the 1111 gateway being a new starting point for you as the school bus just pulled up. This school bus never pulls up right where it's at because there's nobody to get off right there. So that's interesting that the school bus is coming through and we're talking about journeyman and working with self-mastery. I feel like with this 1111 gateway, you are achieving a new level of self-mastery. I think many of you, yeah, because I just saw, I saw 911. So on the timer, so 911 is our, for me, it's my Archangel Michael, like, what is your soul purpose kind of thing. So this is like a reset. And because you've achieved a new level of self-mastery, you get to upgrade in what you're doing, in the level of work that you're doing. Yeah, and I think that's where this Three of Pentacles guy came in, because he's like talking to other people. He's like teaching people or telling people or sharing his knowledge of like how we built those cairns. People will come. Yeah, you know why they'll come? Because I know it, because I've done it before. This is the picture of the one I did before, and it worked. And if you build them like this, it works, and people will come see them. Like he's teaching, like a spiritual teacher. So I want me to turn over this card. This is the Two of Swords, refusing to see. This Two of Swords has been coming out a lot. In a lot of readings I've been watching, this Two of Swords is always there. And I think what's happening here is, oh, the good old fog of you don't have all the answers yet. So it's like, well, what do you mean I'm going to be a spiritual teacher? And what do you mean I'm supposed to get started and start moving? You're supposed to follow. Yeah, that's what this Ten of Wands is. With some of the matches already burned out, and those two being lit and two more. Spirit is leading you step by step by step, wand by wand by wand, little tiny fire by little tiny fire of what you're supposed to do next. So think of these little matches as like little action items, and you're being led and guided, and you're not at the beginning of the match pack of 10, you're kind of in the middle, and you're being asked to step into kind of this 11-11 gateway with a knowing that there is an upgrade coming to your spiritual purpose. For some of you, that just means taking on a bigger role in some of the things that you're already doing. It could be teaching others, leading. They're going back to this again with the teaching and leading others, taking what you know more into a leadership role. Maybe it is also, for some of you, bringing in an apprentice or someone you mentor, maybe somebody who's, you know, new on their journey, and you're going to start like mentoring someone else and teaching them what you know. Could be like your child, but I see it more as like an outside person coming in that you're going to mentor, and you're going to start teaching some of the things that you know about. It could be more than one person. It could be a group of people. It could be a new community, because there's more than one person in this Three of Pentacles. You can't see the whole way forward, and they're not going to show you the whole way forward. You're not going to get a treasure map that has every step laid out of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to follow the breadcrumb trail, because the spiritual journey, from what I've found in my experience, is never one where you just know everything from point A to point B. You just don't. You are just, because part of it is learning to trust your intuition, trust that you're being guided by a higher power, trust in what you can't see, that you're being led because you asked for help or you asked to go on this journey. And so Spirit is walking with you hand in hand, and they're not going to show you every single thing. And so you have to trust that, and not just because we're telling you in a reading that you can start doing this, but this is more like confirmation for those of you that have felt this coming. Because I think some of you have maybe like, with this 11-11 gateway, the things happening in the astrology right now, because it's not just the 11-11 gateway. There's Venus moving into Libra. There's a Mars in Scorpio opposing Uranus and Taurus, that is causing some huge shakeups that are more long-lasting than just the actual conjunctions and things happening in the astrology. They have a longer lasting effects. And I was listening to Molly McCord this morning, and she was talking about the new moon in Scorpio. If you're listening to this around the time that it's released, this show, then she said this new moon in Scorpio is almost like another eclipse, the potency of the energies that are behind it. So it's more energy to push you into some things I think you've been getting guidance about maybe for quite some time, maybe some things you wanted to do or move forward with, and you just felt like maybe it wasn't the right time. And now the guides are coming in and saying it is the right time. I have the dog wanting to come in. Come on, let's go. Come on, you can come in. I was trying to. Okay, but I'm not going to keep attending to you like I'm some door valet. Either you're in or you're out. Hi. She wants to come in. Hi. Okay, you can be part of this reading. You can hear her toenails. You can't not start just because you can't see the whole way forward. And so the transmission here is not so much that you need any more stuff. Like, you don't need any more light language, and you don't need any more confirmations, and you don't need any more portals and gateways. This time is now, which we talked about in an Instagram live. Was it like a week ago? No, it was a bringer. Yeah, it was a Bringers of the Light. I'm going to start doing Bringers of the Light Sundays. As I'm going to do my best to do them as lives. The last Sunday of every month, I'll do an Instagram live where we do a live podcast recording. But anyway, you don't need any more confirmations. You don't need any more card readings to tell you that the time is now. So the time is now keeps coming up. And they're saying it's really a short and sweet message, because I think you've been getting these messages for quite some time. I do see 2020. I see 20 on the Blossom card, and with the Refusing to See and the Trust card, I see 20 again. So since 2020, I've been working on something since 2020. Is that ever going to manifest? So for the past 3 years, this is something maybe that you've been working towards. So be that whatever it is. It could be, a part. This reading feels much more. I know I've got something coming up here in one of these piles, one of these transmissions for twin flames, and or whatever you want to call it, sacred partnerships. If you don't want to, if it's not a twin flame, but it's like your sacred partner. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels like soul purpose and soul mission, and it's starting to go to the next level. Be that whatever it is. Like I said, time to pony up. What does that even mean? Time to pony up. Pony up. I thought usually meant like to pay for something, but time to like rise up into more of a leadership role. That's the purpose of this first transmission, and it doesn't take any more than that. They're saying that's really all you should need to hear to know that it's here, or it's coming, or it's getting ready to blossom, or it's going to move up in stature or status or something like that. So maybe if you have like a channel or something, like a channel or a podcast, or like us here, like maybe you'll start to see more followers or more engagement from people. And maybe that's something you've been working on for quite some time. We've been working on that for a long time, longer than 2020. All right, let me just see if there's anything more. And let me just speak to the tower, I think is, and I've been hearing this a lot too. We got this tower card. Oh, the sun is just blinding me. The sun is just right here, like in perfect alignment with where I'm standing. So I think this is also confirmation, like you, again, are in perfect alignment. And these changes are just going to start happening more quickly now. Like a ball, is that a thing? A stone gathering moss? Like some stone that just starts rolling and rolling, just gathering more and more moss. It's going to happen like, not, like today let's just use the followers as an example since we went there. Like today you have 200 followers and tomorrow you have 2 million followers. Like that's just not realistic. But slowly you're going to see momentum building. for whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that's your purpose and your mission, part of the sacred work that you're doing, because this is something you love. With this Ace of Cups or Ace of Sea card, I love this deck. This is something you love doing. So it's not something necessarily brand new. It feels like it's something you've been working on for a while. They're saying for a minute. We're working on for a minute. Yeah, because in the spirit world, 3 years can feel like a minute, right? And when we're us, we're like toiling away every day, going like 3 years feels like eons and eternities. So trust in divine timing. Trust that the time is now. Trust that these things are starting to kick off, and follow the guidance that you're getting. And that's all they're saying. That's it. That's all they have to say on this transmission. So I want to thank you if this is the only one that you're listening to or watching. Thank you for joining us here. I hope this is the confirmation that you need, that things are going to start taking off in new, exciting, more upgraded ways for you. So if this is it, we will see you again soon. And if not, we will see you in the next transmission. Take care. Hello, transmission number 2. They had me change the color of the light on the light, to orange. And it was violet before in one of the other transmissions. So we're going to get this table set up for this transmission. We're using this deck. So we're going to lay out all the cards. If you didn't watch any others, and this is the only one you're coming to, transmission number 2, we're going to lay out a bunch of cards, and we're going to only choose what we're guided to choose. This is my little modified deck. It's an indie deck, the Shuffled Up Tarot. Spirit to join us for pile number 2. No. I try to shuffle on camera, but my shuffling is just not that exciting. They want to give me like a whole lot of cards. No, I'm not going to take that many. Spirit's got a lot to say to pile number 2, apparently. All right, what's a deck? Another deck we haven't used here is the Gill. What's that? My dog is trying to catch. Let's see, I see 111 on the timer. I know some of you have told me you've been seeing 1111 everywhere. So what 1111 transmission do we have for number 2 pile? This is the Midnight City Tarot. I noticed I haven't used any oracle. Oh, just the fairies. They're not guiding me to tarot decks. That one and the bottom. That's quite interesting, I think. No oracles yet. Oh, now that I said that, they're going to be like, pull out an oracle deck. No, we're going to get tarot at the end of the rainbow. This is for transmission number 2. I feel like this one doesn't have as many cards. Hi. Hello. I know, it's like, it's going to be a lot to say with a little bit of cards, it feels like. At the center of this, they want me to get the Vision Quest Tarot. Just place the book over here because I always like to read from the book. So this is the Vision Quest Tarot. That goes at the center. Come on. This goes... like it's indecisiveness going on here in this deck. Or in this transmission. All right. What is this transmission number 2 all about? I keep having to open and close the door so my son's singing is getting really loud. What is this all about? Oh, the Lovers card. Huh. We've got the Lovers. I don't know, the light is really bad right here. Oh, maybe if I put it right there. The Lovers. we're getting to almost like dark time. You know how this is being recorded, like after the time change. They're going to have me turn over the Prince of Swords with action. So we've got lovers and action. This shuffled up tarot card is... I don't like this deck. I don't get it. What the heck is this? Oh, it's like a Super Bowl trophy. The Six of... Is that Wands? The Six of Wands. It's like a Super Bowl trophy. You know, the big pillar thing with a giant football on top. Six of Wands. I shouldn't say I don't like this deck. I do. I just, sometimes I don't get it. Maybe I need to work with it more. It's got a lot of violet. So there's a trophy. There's the lovers. There's the actions. The lovers doesn't always necessarily have to be about people. Let's get this card. This is the Knight of Swords. That looks very action-oriented. I love this deck. And let's flip over the middle card from you've got the Three of Air, Doubt. And we're going to read from this. That's very interesting. I feel like you're coming from the first transmission and you're kind of like still not completely, yes, you're saying you're still not completely satisfied. What is that? Are you completely satisfied with your, oh man, that's from a movie. Let me see what the Three of Air is all about. In this deck, if you're listening, it's like some crow's feathers kind of crossed, you know, and then there's like some dark stormy sky with like more crows in the air, and there is like the long and winding road through some cactus. Oh, I think, yeah, it's really a carry-on from that first pile, because we were talking about in the first transmission about things being taken a while. Come on, where's this Three of Air? See, and it's hard to find in this book. It's like taking a while. So the Three of Air, so this pile is about doubt, anxiety, uncertainty, fear of loss, worry, confusion, the sense of abandonment or regret. The inner message is, just because your thoughts incessantly repeat an old nattering worry program in your head, you need not give up all hope. Give yourself the time to internally take a step away from, I thought I saw 3 whirling thoughts, but it's these whirling thoughts. Then you will see for yourself how solidly real any thoughts can be. Once you recognize the nature of this thought program, you have removed yourself from it. The path to inner clarity is mental relaxation, also known as meditation. The outward manifestation in this message is, as long as you doubt yourself, it is wiser to remain quiet instead of jumping on some new distraction, however tempting it may look. Since the fearful mind just swings from one extreme to the other without ever reaching a decision, you better wait for an answer from your heart. Train in the art of being patient. As soon as a certain inner equilibrium has been reached and clarity returns, the new direction reveals itself to you. Yeah, so I really feel like many of you came from pile number 1. And if you didn't, that's fine. This is all about something you've been doing for quite some time. It's taking a long time. It may not necessarily be something you've been doing. It could just be something that you want. It's been taking quite some time. You've been taking action on it. Maybe you've done some internal work. Maybe you've done some work in the 3D world. Maybe it's a project you're working on. You feel like you've been working really hard, and maybe it does have to do with love. I mean, we have the Lovers coming out. It just could be anything that you chose from your heart. And you really want this, whatever this is, this wish, this dream, this intention, to be successful. But it's taken so darn long that you are starting to doubt even the universe. They're saying, you're just like, is this thing ever coming? Is this thing, and then with that, what we just read, I think you're kind of like, maybe I just move on and just cut my losses and just move on to something else, whatever that something else is. Maybe I should just start fresh, because this has been going on for a while now. It seems like more than months, like years, and you're like, maybe it's just like some old intent, maybe it's just some old wish that because I've upgraded so much, like maybe it's just not aligned with me anymore. Maybe I should just cut my losses and start over and start fresh. And let's see if the guides have an answer to that. King of Swords. Okay, against the King of Swords, they're like, no, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, because this is going to be successful with this freaking like Super Bowl trophy. You know, Super Bowl is a big game, and it takes a long time to get to the Super Bowl game, right? It takes the whole football season. Many games, many games played over, in this case, a season, right? Because the Super Bowl happens every year, but played over a season goes into like, what is it? Not the semifinals. That's more like basketball, but it goes into, I forgot what it's called. Like after they whittle down a bunch of teams, it goes into like, you know, that they whittle them down even more. I forgot what it's called in football. But I did used to watch a lot of sports in my life before my spiritual journey. I watched like a ton of sports. But yeah, you're being advised to keep going, to check yourself, to check your mental state. And I just feel like there's more advice here. Oh, the 1111, we pulled out the Chaos card from the Vision Quest Tarot. So this is equivalent to the Tower card, and we had the Tower card in the first transmission as well. And the guide that we're working with here at TLC for the Soul for the month of November is a creative chaos guide called Oh That Gnome, because Spirit has said that the energies for the month of November are all about bringing in what's called not like destructive chaos, but like creative forces are working behind the scenes to bring you what you want. Creative chaos is starting to happen now. It's starting to manifest in the astrology, and then it's starting to manifest in the 3D world. So you're being asked to keep the faith. It's like all the things we always hear, right? Like keep the faith. The card we're turning over, oh yeah, see, because the Four of Wands was the next card to turn over. It was next to the Doubt card. And in this card, it is a wedding ceremony. I like this. And they're like on top of the world, on top of some building, on some rooftop wedding ceremony with the New York City skyline behind them. So with the Four of Wands and that Six of Wands, that celebration, that football celebration, whatever this is, be it person, place, or thing, that you've been working on for quite some time now, creative chaos is coming in to help make that thing a reality, to bring it down into, to bring it in. Oh my, every time we're on, we get Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. It's because that song's always like, another dimension, another dimension, another dimension, that Intergalactic by the Beastie Boys. It's stuff is being worked on behind the scenes to bring in stuff that seems like maybe you thought it wasn't going to happen, or it was coming from some other dimension. And so let's just get a card from this Modern Love Tarot. This is like a final message. The first card, oh, I love this little girl. Oh, this is our Page of Cups. And there's two cards came out. The Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is like one of my most favorite cards in this deck. It's like this little girl, and she's got her feet in the water, and she's like holding a cup, and a fish just comes like jumping out of the cup, but it's just like the look on her face. I'm sorry, people on the podcast, you'll have to see that. You'll have to look up Modern Love Tarot Page of Cups card and look at the image for that. And then even the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, this is all about freedom. This is like a girl on a bicycle with a basket on the front that has a big pentacle. And she's got a little cute little sun hat, or like a straw hat. She's got a straw basket with all this abundant fruits and vegetables in the basket. And she's like at a little ranch with a little horse looking at her. This is like freedom. This is like everything. This is like freedom and abundance and wishes coming true and inner child happiness and creativity and passion and art. This is like, you know, everything you always wanted is starting to come in now. And so you're being asked to hold out a little bit longer. These energies shake themselves out over the next month or so, not just at the 11/11. We've got the new moon in Scorpio. We have go look at the full moon. We have a full moon on the 27th. That's important. And the other day, when I did the November energy hangout and I did that transmission and channeling, the guides did say that the time between the 11th of November and the 29th of November was very important for the shaking out of these energies, and even going into like the beginning of December. So don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. These things are going to slowly start to shake themselves out over the next month or so. And they're saying you will manifest. You will see your dreams come into reality. So you're just being asked to hold on a little bit longer. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of cars go by. A lot of cars going by one at a time, and they're kind of spaced out. I think the John Deere plant just got out of work. There's like a ton of cars going by, but they're all spaced out like no, not a funeral procession, like a parade. Come on, funeral procession. So maybe some things are leaving your life as some things are coming in. That's sometimes just the name of the game, right? So this is, let me see if there's anything else for this transmission. Nope. That's all we have for transmission number 2. So if this is the only one that you're joining us for, I want to thank you so much. And if not, I will see you again in the next transmission. Take care. Hello, transmission number 3. They're asking me to change this light. Oh, I bypassed it. Oh, this one right here, blue. All right, so let's get your little playground set up. Since I said in the other 2 piles I only use tarot decks, now they told me in this pile, like, we'll just use all oracle decks. So for transmission number 3, whether you've come from some of the other transmissions or not, we're going to lay down the cards to welcome you in. I think we can still see that as it gets darker outside. All right. We're going to put, what is this trend? What does the 11/11 mean for transmission number 3? This is the city. That thing, the first ones I laid out was my personal hand-drawn deck, the Labyrinth of Dragonshire. This is the City of Dreams Oracle by Jackie Franco. I like these nice little holographic edges. All right, transmission number 3 as the sun is setting. You want me to put that right under the middle. Get another one over here. Oh, now I'm still singing the Beastie Boys Intergalactic. It's just a fun song. Okay, I shouldn't doubt that. They're having me reach for the Mystic Martian Oracle. This one's got really cool, like neon green gilded edges. What does transmission number 3 need to know about? Just one, they're saying. Oh, you told me all oracle decks. Let's see. What else do I want to use here? The flowers. This is the Flower Therapy deck by Robert Reeves and Doreen Virtue. This has got nice gold gilded edges. Man, why does it get dark so early now? Let's get, and we've got a nice pink and lavender thing going on here. And let's see. Oh, Pleiadian Power. Got a lot of star seeds. Pleiadians coming in. All right, this is my deck. Should do edges on that. Pleiadian Power. What is this transmission number 3 about? There's that. Let's get one more. Oh, it gave me 2 more. That's a little fun little... I know they're like, you like these cards because you like how they're supposed to look together on the thing, but you don't really look at them when they're down. All right, now let's get my deck, Happy Cloud. I would say out of all the decks that I've made, I think I've made like 10 or 12 Oracle decks. The one I use every day is Happy Cloud. Oh wait, I'm missing some clouds. I gotta go gather them. They're on my own space. Oh girl. Ooh, hi. Look at my dog. All right, and it's just a baby little deck. Oh goodness me. Chaos. More creative chaos coming in. Happy Cloud. 1, 2, 3. All right. What else? Is that it? TLC. Oh, and my little TLC for the soul deck. All right. This is going to be the last ones. We're going to get out. This is my little TLC. These are some of the first decks I ever made way back when. They're just little. They were meant to be small. They were meant to like go in your pocket or your bag or whatever. All right. Let's see what's going on for pile number 3. If I have to, I don't think I need more cards. This is supposed to be Child's Play, flipping over cards. All right, the Fae are like, oh, we want to play. All right, so we'll go back to Fairy Oracle by Brian Froud. Oh, some more creative chaos, more cards flipped over. All right, which fairy wants to play with transmission number 3? All right, this one. Okay, what is this transmission all about? Okay, first I have to look if there's any body parts I have to cover for YouTube. This is, this is Ta'om the Poet. Creativity, passion. I'll leave him up there. We might read about him. But his card is 29, which does equal card number, or which does come up to 11. So what is this transmission number 3? Oh, see, Child's Play. Time for a self-heal retreat. So he is kind of like tap into your inner child, Ta'om the Poet, and do something creative and fun. We also have check in. Your guides are trying to reach you. I'm not picking up every card that I put down. That's the thing. I'm just intuitively picking up the ones that I'm guided to. Oh, see, we have a snow day. I think all these messages tie together. All these transmissions. This one, oh, see, patience. We got the card of patience from TLC for the soul. What else? The flower therapy card. Open your third eye. It's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. But this is echinacea, which is having to do with your immune system. We do have, what else do they want me to flip? The Starseed card. No, there's 20 again. 20 is coming up. a lot. This is tall whites. Here we go again. Uncertainty, distrust, and guarded. So I feel like you have either come from pile 1, pile 2, both piles, or you're here in pile number 3, but you get this pretty much the same message as the other piles, which is, what is this 1111 bringing you? This 1111 transmission. There's a lot of messages that you've been ignoring because you've been working so hard. And this 1111 for you is bringing you some time off to get really clear on your manifesting abilities, your manifesting power, to give you some time to check in, do some meditation, let your guides show you that there's nothing for you to worry about. You've just been full steam ahead, and you haven't really taken a lot of time out to really tap into, number one, is this something you really still want to be doing? Or is it something that it's time to kind of leave your life and maybe start something new? So there's a different little flavor here to this transmission, in that, you know, you're just being asked to get, the other two transmissions were more about like you've been working on something for a really long time and don't quit, just keep going. This one seems more like you've just been working, but you're not even sure it's really something you want to be working on anymore. Like this is bringing you this 1111 time frame, which is not just the 1111. The guides have told us that the energy is going to shake itself out. You're going to have like between the 1111 and like the first week of December, possibly even longer in your case, you're saying towards the end of the year, to really get still, get quiet, take some time off, and decide, are these things you still really want to keep doing all the time? Do you really need to push yourself so hard? Do you really like never need to take a vacation? Do you really need to like keep doing the activities? It's everything. It's not just like work. It's like everything you're doing. You should, because there's like this higher vibrational reality available to you with this 1111 energy that's coming in. And it could be time for like a lot of like consciousness upgrades, meaning that a lot of the things that you've been doing are things that maybe are not aligned to you anymore. And it's time to get really clear, let your guides come in and show you like some better, higher aligned choices that might be easier, might be more fun, might be simplified, might be higher vibe, might be more joyful, and might be less stressful with that echinacea there, because you're getting a lot about checking in, taking time off, with the tall whites, the uncertainty of like, well, I think you maybe have been feeling like you want to do something maybe more spiritual or more high vibe or different, but you're just not sure. And it's not that you haven't been getting, like, Spirit, I think, has been slowly kind of trying to show you some different possibilities, but because you're in that go, go, go mode, you're working from your divine masculine part of yourself a lot of fire energy, and you're being asked to like take a step back. Hence why we were asked to change the light to a blue light, and you're being asked to go more yin during this time, more divine feminine. Check in with your, your intuition. Do something like a shamanic journey, or a staycation where you do a lot of like meditation, or you just call in your guides, or maybe you do just sit and ask Spirit to show you a lot of like card readings on YouTube or somewhere to help guide you along a certain, like a new path, and show you And maybe that's another thing too, is some of the things you've been watching, the people you've been tuning into, the way showers that you've been getting guidance from are shifting and changing. And so you may find that you don't resonate with someone anymore. And that's a big sign that your journey is upgrading. Because there were some way showers I watched, you know, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe 2 or 3, 4 years ago, who I thought were like the bomb. And I was like, I've never not watched this channel. I would never not hang out with this way shower. They have like, you know, given me so much guidance and advice, and I just resonate with them so much. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know when it was, but all of a sudden I was like, I don't resonate with this person anymore. And I got some, you know, I don't know what it was, but I just got some clarity around them. And I was like, no, I no longer align to kind of who they are or what they're saying. And then Spirit sent me like higher vibe way showers, or people that were more aligned with me. I can't say that they're higher or lower vibe, but just people that were more aligned with me and my journey and the messages that I needed. So that could be another thing too, is going through like your subscriber, you know, list and getting rid of stuff. Like I had to do that the other day. I was like, my emails are ridiculous, and I never delete them. So my Gmail has like 49,000. You guys are gonna laugh. My Gmail account. I've had my Gmail account forever, like since I don't even know how long, at least 20 years, if not longer. And that's 49,000 unread. And I know one time I went in and did a bulk delete, but it has 49,000 unread emails. So the other day I was going through and I'm like, who sends me all these emails? And I was like unsubscribed from like tons of things. And now I'm like, oh, hardly anything's showing up in my inbox. But now I don't have a laptop. I need a laptop. That's apparently the only way you can go in and bulk delete your Gmails, not through a mobile site or whatever. So anyway, so that maybe you need some time to like, because that was time consuming to like unsubscribe from a lot of stuff. So maybe you just need some time to do stuff like that. Let's get a couple more cards out. Oh, yeah, see, Island Time. So I'm just randomly picking up cards. You Need to Slow Down is the next card that came out. That's from Happy Cloud. And I love having Happy Cloud on the table. Inspired, you have what it takes. Keep going. So this is more about the inspiration. And we need to get a Pleiadian. We need to get another Pleiadian power. Because I think there's forward motion. Projects aren't going to finish themselves. Time to get moving. I don't think that's the case for you. I think the forward motion is in that the 1111 portal is moving you into, is kind of forward motioning you into taking action on your dreams in a more aligned way, but you're not ready to take action on the projects yet. And I think that's like a trigger for you, is as soon as you see something that tells you to get moving, you're like, yes, get moving, without even thinking about the fact that I don't even want to do this anymore. So again, what will happen though is once you get really clear, once you set maybe some more aligned intentions with who you are now, the things that you want to manifest with this energy that we're in right now, between the now that you're watching this and the December time frame, and you know, this is timeless whenever you pick this up. It's about the next month and a half or so. Once you are really aligned with what you want, I think Spirit just starts bringing you the options, the choices, the people you need, the resources, like almost right away. It feels like there's almost like no lag time between like, okay, I need a person to help me with this, and ding, you know, you wait a little while and then ding, somehow a person comes your way or somebody's able to assist you with what you need. Yeah, we've got the flow card, like divine flow. This could also be too about, when I get this card a lot, this is card number 7. You are in the flow. The energy right now is supporting flow, but this card is also, I get this card a lot with like doing yoga, physical activities that move your body, that help you get in the flow of things. Maybe it's running or power walking, getting outside. I don't know where you live. It could be swimming. It could be skiing. Something that gets you like in a meditative state, but also moves your body at the same time. Let's see. And then they want me to get one final card from this Modern Love Tarot. Anything else for this transmission number 3? They want me to, the Pleiadians are like, you said it was a transmission. So they want me to go beep, boop, bop, boop, boop, beep, boop. It's a transmission. It is in a sense, but sometimes transmissions don't happen like, I'm going to send you a transmission and a download of light language right now. I just see 1717, which is about moving forward. But sometimes the words, the inflection of my voice, the messages, all of that is a channel transmission in and of itself. So I have a final card. Oh yeah, a final card for you guys from the Modern Love Tarot is the Chariot card. I love this Chariot card. It's like a girl, for those of you listening, it's like a girl. She's walking 2 dogs. It has to be like Central Park in New York City. It's fall, like fall looking colors, but she's got one dog that's like a black lab, and she's got another little tiny dog. Talking about inclusive decks. This is a very inclusive deck, but she's got another dog that has those like little those little wheels on the back. You know, the ones that can't use their back legs, so it has little wheels. It's like having fun, enjoying yourself, enjoying your life. And no one said you had to be stuck doing whatever it is, a dead-end job, a dead-end project, a dead-end relationship, a dead-end whatever, or a lower vibrating, no longer aligned to you, hence dead-end thing. You are free, you have free will choice to change your mind at any time. And if you feel like it's time for an upgrade of any of those things, your thoughts, your actions, your subscribers list, your relationships, then it's up to you to take charge of that and realize what's no longer fitting for you and set the intentions and ask Spirit to help you move things out so new things can come in. So that is all we have for you, transmission number 3. I hope that you are able to get yourself a good chunk of time, or maybe some staycation weekends over the next month and a half, so that you can get clear on what's coming up for you next. That will be more aligned, more fun, less stressful, and just exciting and new. So thank you so much for joining me here. We'll see you again soon. Take care.